Do you want to learn how to become a paid freelance writer online without using freelance platforms like Upwork? That's exactly what I did, and I'm going to show you the 3-step process that helped me quit my 9-to-5, set off on the road, and make good money from my laptop. So stay tuned. Okay, before we get into the process, let's cover what a freelance writer actually even does online, because there's a lot of misconceptions about this job and a lot of people who think they know what they're talking about, but they actually have no fucking clue what they're talking about. Can I swear? I don't know what YouTube's policy is on that. Okay, so freelance writers are usually writing web content, and web content is pretty much anything that's used by a company for promotional purposes. It could be a blog, it could be website content for their actual website, it could be an ebook, it could be a promotional email or a sales page. You're not necessarily going to be writing for magazines or big publications or anything fancy like that. You're probably going to be writing for things like digital marketing companies or Amazon affiliate websites or people's personal blogs. This job is all about freedom, you know, the freedom to wake up whenever you want, do whatever you want, work whenever you want, work with whoever you want, anywhere you want, right? So I'm going to teach you how to get into this business, but first, let's go explore Ho Chi Minh City a little bit. Before I started freelancing, I really never had time to travel like I'd always wanted to. I always didn't have enough money, or I didn't have enough time, or I was too tired to do it. And even though I lived in a foreign country in the Czech Republic, I felt so constrained with the schedules and waking up at certain times and having to pinch pennies to get by, you know. I never really had the chance to travel to cool places like Vietnam. And but now look, I don't know, here I am, and so much has changed in 50 years. You know, 50 years ago, the American Army evacuated the last of its people from Saigon, from this rooftop right here. This is where the famous photo took place, and everybody rushing up the ladder to escape onto the helicopter that was up there. And now look, 50 years later, here I am. That's what this job gives you though, freedom, right? It's just what I've always wanted. And that's exactly what this process can give you in just a few weeks. I mean, like I said, from zero, within 6 weeks or less, I was making enough money and free enough to go wherever I wanted. You could stay home if you want, or you can come join me in Ho Chi Minh. Okay, so we're in one of my favorite parts of Saigon, Japantown. It's like a little Tokyo. It's a little bit shady, but the food is great, and that's where we're gonna start with this process. So step one, you have to find a niche and create samples to show your prospective clients. So the niches I'm talking about are, for example, mothering or DIY or e-commerce or online gaming or something. You pick a topic, and from there, you just need to create samples. These samples can be any topic you can think of. I would just Google blogs in your niche. Just go to Google blog plus niche, and then see what the top blogs are talking about. Take inspiration from that and create 5 samples just like the blogs you see in Google. And step 2 is coming as soon as we get to my favorite little cafe. Here it is. It's in Vietnam, but it's a Japanese cafe, Tokyo Moon, run by Koreans that don't speak English or Vietnamese. Okay. Step 2, you need to optimize your web presence to reflect your new writing specialty. So say you've decided to become a DIY or a mothering writer, or is that even a word, mothering? New mothers writer, parenting, whatever. You've got to take your samples and you've got to put them on all of your social media. Change all of your social media to tell people your new job. So your LinkedIn, your Twitter, your Facebook, and your writer portfolio. You can start a free writer portfolio on giornoportfolio.com. Nice place, huh? So you'll have Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, even Instagram if you want, and your writing portfolio. And that's where you're going to put all your samples. Share them, show people what you've done, comment on them, put links to all of your different social media. And listen, you are what you say you are, and clients will believe you if you apply for a job and say, hey, here's my portfolio, here's my Facebook, here's my LinkedIn, here's my Twitter, here's my Instagram, here's my Pinterest, here's my whatever, you know? The more social proof you have, the better. In the beginning, I didn't have any samples, I didn't have any connections, I didn't have any certifications, but I started a writing website, I put it up on my LinkedIn, I put it up on my Facebook, I put it up on my Twitter, and I was just Kevin, the e-commerce writer. And new clients were like, oh, you're an e-commerce writer? And I was like, yeah, of course I am. So now you're going to have your niche, your samples, and all of your web presence optimized to reflect your new job, right? And the last step is to actually reach out to clients. And I'm going to show you how to do that in the next step. I just don't think they want me talking here anymore because it's really quiet, and I think I'm disturbing everybody. So I'd never used a freelancing platform to grow my business. I never will again. There's no reason to. You can find high-paying clients directly by going straight to them using a few different channels. My favorites are Google, Facebook, and LinkedIn. And the cool thing is they kind of create this symbiotic relationship where you're reaching out on all different platforms to the same client and kind of getting your name noticed more. You know, if you just send one email, or if you just send a friend request, or you send like a connection on LinkedIn, they might not see you, but if you kind of attack them on all fronts, there's no way they can miss you. So you're giving yourself the best chance to get one of these clients. And when you do land them just the cold way, like the direct outreach, there's no middleman, you're not battling hundreds of other freelancers for the bid, and you're setting the price. I'm gonna just walk you through Google, Facebook, and LinkedIn now. Let's just stick with an easy niche that we were talking about before, parenting. So we'll go to Google and we'll type in parenting blog right for us. So I wouldn't really bother with like the big amalgamations of blogs. I think it's better just to go with the actual like blogs themselves. So what I mean is like, don't click on like the top 29 blogs or the top 30 blogs. Just click directly on the blogs themselves. So it could be, this is marriage.com. That's a big one. That's probably really, really busy just because marriage.com is such a broad term, right? But this one, Real Mom Daily, sounds like, sounds like a little less, like there's going to be less traffic. It's less of like a big keyword like marriage, right? So confession parenting. Oh, that sounds pretty. This is getting exciting. All right, Real Mom Daily. Let's try you. There's a very good chance that they will end up paying you for this blog, and at the very least, you can write a blog post, like a guest post, that'll get featured on this blog with a backlink to your profile that you can share across all your social media and use it again for more social proof. So here is the email. I would put that in a spreadsheet like this. So, boom. This take forever. Jesus. Boom. So, look right here. Real Mom Daily. Right? I would put their contact info here. Okay. And then here's what we're going to do. Go to Facebook. See if they have something. And something tells me they do. Real Mom Daily right there. Booyah. I would go there. I would definitely like them. I would definitely, okay, we're following them. I would send them a message. Real Mom Daily, let me write for you. Then put a link to your profile in there and tell them I've sent you an email. Okay? All right, so now you've connected with that blog, and what you should do is create a list of potential clients, put it into your spreadsheet, and then start contacting them and keeping track of who responded and what you've written for them. Here is another neat trick. Let's go back to Google, and let's type in parenting blogs writer. And then, boom, we'll pay moms to write for them. Parenting blogs that accept guest posts. 6 parenting blogs and magazines that pay up to $700. Oh, is that me there? Okay, so what I would do is, first of all, go to Freelanceaholics Anonymous, probably the greatest page and group ever made, and I would type in freelance writing jobs. And now look at all of these groups here you got. You know, what's your niche, right? Parenting? Parenting blogs. Parenting bloggers, boom. So you can join that and start networking with people. Okay, and the last thing I would do is I would start in your local area. So I'm from Connecticut and I live pretty close to New Haven, which is not, I mean, it kind of sucks actually. I mean, it's got a nice little downtown and the pizza is great and obviously Yale, but you know, you're probably going to get stabbed or something if you go outside of any of these areas. Like somewhere around here is not so good, but that's okay. Anyways, what I would do is I would look for marketing companies in New Haven. This way you can actually see these marketing places. Response marketing, that's not a bad one. Show me your website. Does anybody have any, what is going on here? Oh, here we go. Response.agency. It's a nice name. Response.agency. Contact, right? Boom. I'm interested in working at Response. Fill this out, send them your resume, send them there, or you can take the shortcut. So you see, like what I did in the beginning was I just created a huge spreadsheet with all of these possible places that I could find freelance work. And then when I found somebody that I thought might need some writing work, and maybe I skipped over it, but digital marketing companies very often need work, or marketing companies or creative agencies, you know. So if there's web design or other creative marketing agencies in your nearby area, what you can do is create that local kind of connection, and you can send them a message on their website, you can send them an email, and you can connect with them on LinkedIn, and you can go walk in and introduce yourself. They'll be really impressed. So TLDR on this, Google blogs in your niche, connect with them on Facebook, connect with them on LinkedIn, join Facebook groups, look for marketing companies or creative agencies and just tell them who you are and what you do. And you never need Upwork, you never need Freelancer, you never need Fiverr. That's doing it the hard way. It might look like the easy way, but it's the hard way. That's it. It's really that easy. You just create some samples in a niche, optimize your web presence across all social media and your writer portfolio, and then start reaching out to clients with all of the methods I just showed you. Everyone I show this to, they say the same thing. They just say, I can't believe how damn easy this really is. So get started now and let me know how it's going. Hit that like button and subscribe. See you next time.